End zone, east end zone, the Three Rivers Bulldogs. Out of the west end zone, here comes the Taft. Fighting. Right out.
I'd like Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we have another live broadcast live from Greyhound Stadium. Tonight, the 1-1 Greyhounds are set to take on the visiting Three Rivers Bulldogs that come into tonight's contest at 2-0 after two non-district victories over both Fall City and Nixon Smiley. We'll be right back with y'all in a few seconds. We're gonna let this national anthem play, and then it's kickoff after that.
At this moment of silence, we recognize this Sunday, September 11th, this Patriots Day, the day that will stand out in American history, the destruction of the Twin Towers, the Pentagon. We united and respectively recognize our patriots and first responders. Our patriots and first responders of all ethnicities, of all backgrounds, of American born and also from different countries, have served this great nation knowingly, placing their lives on the line, sacrificing for this great nation, the United States of America. Also, we like to recognize, and we will continue to recognize during the course of the season, Uvalde 21. 19 children, two teachers were killed in a wrong manner, and we need to continue to recognize them. There's a moment of silence to reflect that indulgence. We ask now that you bow your heads for a moment of silence. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A fine gesture of gratitude and recognition will warm the deep recesses of the hearts of the first responders and the veterans. You shake their hands, acknowledge them as they acknowledge when they serve this great country of ours. As we ask you to remain standing, we'll have the national anthem played by the Taft High School band under the guidance of band director Mr. Joseph Guzman. First, we have the Three Rivers band play their respective alma mater. Now we'll have the Taft High School alma mater. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, all the pregame festivities are now over. It is time. Only thing set to do right now is find out who's receiving and who's kicking. A real quick rundown of tonight's game. Three Rivers comes into tonight's game 2-0 after victories over Nixon, Smiley, and Fall City. The Greyhounds come into tonight's contest 1-1 after a good victory over Skidmore Titan in the first game and a tough loss against the Mathis Pirates in last week's game and a from behind victory for the Mathis Pirates.
Captains for Three Rivers, number 66.
So two
Captain
nights captains for the Greyhounds.
number 10,
Number 5, Jonathan Acosta the
Jacob
third.
Delgado.
Then we have number
Captain
11,
number 1,
Enrique Rodriguez.
number 5,
We have number 1, Efren
Jaime
Ozuna, and number 60, Maricielo Nieto.
and number 60, Marcelo Nieto.
The sides have been picked. And the Greyhounds will be receiving the ball first. So Three Rivers will get the second half kickoff. So right off the back, we're going to get to see the Greyhound offense. The Greyhound offense through the first 7 quarters of football through this season were extremely explosive. Costa and both Suarez have both been explosive through the air and into the end zone. So tonight, that's exactly where they're looking to take off from and get that energy back. As last week's second half stalled out a little bit for them. Tonight, they're trying to change it around and get right off from the beginning and get into the end zone on their first drive. Jonathan Acosta comes into today's game with quite a few touchdowns through the air already through 2 games only in this season. Through 2 games, JJ Acosta has 9 touchdowns.
For the Bulldogs,
And
number 5,
also on the
Jacob
other end, you
Delgado.
have JJ Suarez. We have
Greyhounds,
Suarez, who has 9 touchdowns already on the season. So both those players are explosive for the Greyhounds and love to get into the end zone. On the other hand, we have the
number
Three
11,
Rivers
Enrique.
Bulldogs coming into tonight's contest. This is a very, very interesting matchup for both teams. Both teams are going to be in some tough districts with the Bulldogs facing Ganado, Shriner, and Refugio. They're looking to make this matchup a test for them as tonight the Greyhounds look to rebound. Short kickoff. It's going to be close. The Greyhounds front man, smart enough though, waits for a fair catch. So after the official fair catch, the Greyhounds are going to take over with short field position and good starting field position, says they're going to start off from their own 46-yard line, 1st and 10. Acosta is going to lead the offense out onto the field. Comes out in a shotgun formation, one in the back with him, one to the right, three split to the left. Dropping back, right off the back, they're looking to pass. Quick outside pass to Rivera. Rivera trying to make something work, and he's brought down. He's going to gain about four positive yards after the official marking. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Greyhounds after the short pass to the left. So again, you're going to see the Greyhound offense come out in a high tempo. They like to keep it fast, and they like to keep the defense on the heels. Acosta, once again, second pass, throws it into danger. Bulldog defense got their hands on that one. Greyhounds able to get away with that one, now facing 3rd and 6 coming up after the incompletion on 2nd down. So the Greyhounds facing their first 3rd down of the night. So Costa going to line up in a shotgun formation, empty backfield, 3 split to the left, 3 spread to the right. Costa dropping back, going to try the inside screen. Efren Ozuna, his first game back from injury. He's only able to pick up a few on the 3rd down, so it's going to bring up 4th and 5 coming up for the Greyhounds. So 4th and 5 coming up for the Greyhounds. Big 4th down coming up. Acosta now has one in the backfield with him. Gonna try the hard can. Free play. He's gonna let it go deep over the top. Has Suarez open just out of the reach of Suarez. But it is gonna be a free play. So it's either gonna be very close to a first down. It's gonna be 4th and very, very short.
Offside's called against Rivers.
Yeah. So it looks like it's gonna be 4th and literally half a yard for coming up for the Greyhounds. The ball now inside Three Rivers territory for the first time tonight. Greyhounds coming out in a full house set. He's going to turn around and hand it up. He's able to break one tackle and gets more than enough for a first down on that one. Rivera on the carry for that one, able to pick up the tough yards. You won't see the Greyhounds get too much in a full house set, but that time you saw them bring 3 down in the backfield. Fullback style, and Rivera does the rest with his legs and able to keep the chains alive with a first down from now starting at the Bulldog 39-yard line. Costa dropping back, feels the pressure, lets it go, able to complete it and pick up a good amount of yards. Bring it up to 2nd and 4 coming up for the Greyhounds.
Reception by Jay Martinez, number 23 for your Greyhounds. Ball spot at the 29-yard line.
Jay Martinez was the one on the reception for that one. Going to bring up 3rd and 1 after the official spotting. Quick outside pass, this time to Rodriguez on the right side. Makes one miss, still on his feet. Ball's loose on the ground. Greyhounds, though, luckily to jump on that one. Suarez jumps on the loose fumble in order for the Greyhounds to maintain possession.
First down for Taft. Ball spot at the
So the fumble occurred across the first down. So it's 1st and 10 now for the Greyhounds with a new set of downs. Bobbled snap on that one. Acosta trying to make something happen, rolling around, looking downfield, has the open receiver just over his head. So after the incompletion on first down, it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 with the Greyhounds getting closer and closer to the red zone. just sitting outside of it at the 25-yard line of the Bulldogs. Costa dropping back, feels the pressure, tries the screen, it's over his head. Back-to-back incompletions is going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Greyhounds with the ball not moving from the 25-yard line.
Third down for the Greyhounds. Ball spot at the 25-yard line.
So 3rd and 10 coming up for the Greyhounds. Looks like the Greyhounds are going to go to an empty set. Acosta alone in the backfield. 3 split to the right, 2 to the left. Here comes the pressure. Three Rivers bringing the pressure. Acosta able to get it away. Has the Rodriguez across on the slant. Able to have enough for the first down. So Acosta steps up into the pocket and hits the drag route to Rodriguez across the middle. Rodriguez able to pick up the rest with his feet. And the looks like they are inside the goal line. So now it's 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. No more first downs. Inside pass, batted down. So for the second time tonight, you've been able to see the Bulldogs get their hands on the pass and bat down 2 passes already on this first drive of the Greyhounds. There is a flag on the far right side. Looks like it's going to be against the Bulldogs. They're going to say they were offside, so half a distance to the goal is going to bring up 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. So now the Greyhounds knocking on the goal line for the first time tonight.
Ball spot at the 5-yard line.
You know, say Suarez tried a jet sweep across the right side, but the Bulldogs are not fooled on that one. Suarez had very, very big success in the first game against Skidmore, able to score on that jet sweep more than one occasion. But these past 2 games, it seems like the teams have really, really adjusted to it. And that time, Suarez brought down in the backfield, and loss of 3 is going to bring up 2nd and goal now from the 8-yard line. So Greyhounds are going to bring a bunch shed out to the left side. Costa dropping back, dropping back. Lets it go over the top. Has Suarez in the corner of the end zone, but they're going to say he's out of bounds. The feet were not able to get down, even though he came down with the catch. There is a flag down on the field from the far left side. Looks like it's going to be a legal motion against the Greyhounds, so the Greyhounds are going to back up another 5 yards. So back-to-back costly plays is going to back up the Greyhounds even more. Looks like the discussion is that the Bulldogs are going to accept it or decline it. If they decline it, it'll bring up 3rd down. They accept it, it's going to bring up 2nd down, and it looks like the Bulldogs are going to choose to add on the extra yardage and back up the Greyhounds even more, replaying 2nd down, but now from the 13-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 13. Again, the Greyhounds are in goal line, so there is no more first downs. Costa rolling out right. Going to go ahead and try to do it himself. Throws a crossbody pass. And it looks like the official is going to give an interception to the far right side. So what looked like a batted pass was actually an interception by the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs are going to take over possession. The Greyhounds had 3 costly turnovers last week in the second half of the Mathis. Not starting out too good right now on their first drive, knocking on the end zone and unable to punch it in as it results in an interception for the Bulldogs. So after the great defensive stop by the Bulldogs are going to take over possession, backed up on their own goal line from their own 4-yard line, 1st and 10. They come out in the spreads. Going to try the inside handoff. Greyhounds have him in the backfield, spreading it outside the numbers. Good open field tackle by Suarez himself, able to string that ball out to the far right side and only gives up 1 yard on that one. So good defensive stop right there by Suarez on the first play for the Bulldogs. Going to bring up 2nd and 9 coming up for the Bulldogs with the ball just moving 1 yard to their 5 yard line. Bulldogs have one in the shotgun formation. Going to fake the inside handoff. Going to go over the top to the left side, just out of the reach though. Bulldog had an open receiver to the left side, unable to come down with that one. So now 3rd and 9 coming up for the Bulldogs. You're seeing the Bulldogs come out and sort of a spread but tight formation. They're having two tight ends, one with his hand in the ground and one up. Usually choosing to split out two to the left. It looks like this time. So Bulldogs going to come out with the heavy formation to the left side. Miscommunication right there is going to have the Bulldogs off sides. They are close enough to their end zone though, so 5 yards. It's going to turn into 2.5 yards, half a distance to the goal. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12, excuse me, coming up with the ball sitting at the 2.5 yard line. So here comes the Bulldogs out in a tight formation. Heavy balance to the left side, and that's exactly what they're trying to run. The Greyhounds able to string it out, though, and bring him up short. So it's going to bring up 4th and 4 coming up for the Bulldogs. Very dangerous territory right here. Nowadays, it's not unusual to see high school teams go for it on 4th and short, but the ball is just too close to the end zone. It looks like the Bulldogs are going to take no chance, and they're going to bring out the punting unit. We're going to have Suarez deep for the Greyhounds, set to try and return it for the first time this season. He hasn't been able to actually be kicked to yet. High punt. It's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so the Greyhounds are going to catch a big break on that one. So the interception that looked costly for the Greyhounds is going to turn around and actually the Greyhound defense stands tall, and it's going to result in a safety after the high snap. So the Greyhounds on the board 2-0, 7:09 left to play in the first quarter. So Greyhound defense, that's actually going to go into the stats as the number 3 turnover of the season. Last season they were a high turnover machine. This they haven't fell too far behind through the first 2 games. So that's going to bring up their number 3 turnover on the season forced, resulting in 2 points. So now the Greyhounds are going to come out, and you're going to see the Bulldogs have to do sort of a punt drop kick style from their own 20-yard line. So no matter what, the Greyhounds are going to get good field position after this. So Suarez is a set lone man deep, hanging out about it around his own 40-yard line. Again, this is after a safety. It's not so much a regular style kickoff. It's going to be a drop kick punt style. So let's see how far the Bulldogs are able to get it away. And that one's actually a nice kick. Suarez is going to get a chance to return it. He has some speed. If he gets some room, he's going to find something to work with. Bounces it out to the opposite side. Still on his feet, trying to make one miss. And he is brought down shortly, but as you saw at the end of the play right there, it looks like the Bulldog defender just got a little bit too antsy and came in. They're going to get that Bulldog player for personal foul, so it's going to add 15 yards to the end of that run. So the Greyhounds are going to be in Three River territory already. So we're waiting for the official discussion as they huddle up and decide what the official marking is going to be on the penalty. So it is going to be a late hit against the Bulldogs. So 15 yards added to the end of that return. It's going to give the Greyhounds starting field position at the Bulldog 30-yard line. So here comes Ocosa leading out the offense, trying to rebound from the first drive that ended in a turnover with the Bulldogs coming up with the interception. See, the Greyhounds are going to try and rebound on that one and make up for that one and put themselves on the board. Right now, they're 2-0, 7:01 left to play in the first quarter. Costa dropping back, going to roll out to the right side, going to go ahead and keep it himself. Gets around one, and he has more than enough for the first down as he calls his own number, felt the pressure, rolled out to the right side, and just did the rest on himself. So now it's going to be 1st and 10. The Greyhounds now into the red zone with the ball sitting at the Bulldog 18-yard line. Bulldogs crowding the line. Here comes the blitz up the middle. Greyhound offensive line able to pick it up. Suarez with a big catch. Oh, but the hit jarred it loose at the very end. Suarez was wide open. If he hangs on to that one, he's either right at the goal line or into the end zone. But the Bulldog defender able to get a good hit on the ball and jar that one loose. So the incompletion is going to bring up 2nd and 10. Ball still sitting at the Bulldog 18-yard line. So there is a penalty that stops the play. Gonna wait for the official discussion because nowadays in today's football now the defense is not allowed to make any kind of signal that makes the offensive players jump or false start. So that's going to be the official meeting right there. Because if you saw before the play, you saw a couple Three River players faking the blitz, but any kind of twitch or any kind of jerk that throws confusion to the offensive line sometimes it goes against the defense and will be an offsides against the defense for a cadence call. So that's what's going to be the fish. That's what exactly what the officials are huddling right now and discussing. That's exactly what the officials are going to call. They're going to say that the Three Rivers was in some kind of cadence disruption. So again, that be any kind of thing. If you come up to the line, if you're jerking your helmet, if you're repeating the snap, if you're clapping your hands, none of that gestures in today's game is going to get you. It's going to go in your favor. So that time, it's going to cost the Bulldogs. Of course, Three Rivers coach not happy with it, but again, Again, we're going to give our first shout out of the night to our sponsors. None of this would be possible without them. Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps and Entertainment, Jeremiah and Ileana Perez, the Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, the Friends of the Taft City Parks, Rams and Lawn Service, LLC, the Alanis family, Omar and Abby, and the Flores family, Felix and Martha. So the first down carry is going to have enough for the first down for the Greyhounds. Rivera able to pick up the second first down of the night for himself. So now the official yardsticks are down and only the marker is up. So that means they are in 1st and goal with the ball sitting at the Bulldog 6-yard line. Rivera this time going to string it out to the left side, stretch it for the corner pylon, and into the end zone for the first touchdown of the night. So 8-0, the Greyhounds are on the board. 6-14, able to capitalize on that safety as Gildry is going to come out to set to attempt his first extra point of the night. The snap is good. And the kick is through the upright. So 9-0, 6:14 left to play. The Greyhounds are on top of the Bulldogs, with the Bulldogs set to get their second drive of the night.
Suction. Pay a small price, but it's well worth the wait.
So again, as Gildry gets to set to kick off his first kickoff of the night, after Rivera is able to punch it in for his third touchdown of the season. Greyhounds currently leading the Bulldogs 9-0, 6:14 left to play in the first quarter. Again, thank y'all for tuning in to the Greyhound Network. Leave some comments in the section. Let us know where you're watching from. So Bulldogs have set two deep, set to return. Gildry lining it up. Usually likes to let it go deep. And this one no different. Line drive though. Third line picks it up for the Bulldogs, but that Greyhound kickoff team doesn't give up much on the return. Maybe 3 yards on the return. So the Bulldogs are going to take over 1st and 10 with their second possession of the night from their own 35-yard line. So here comes the Bulldog offense, going to hand it up the middle. Able to break away from one. Still on his feet. Shrugs off another one. Tough, hard yards on that first down carry for number 9 of the Bulldogs. Able to pick up the first down. That steal for the Bulldogs on the big first down carry. Going to move the chains to their own 49-yard line. Almost into Greyhound territory. Once again, going to hand it up to Steele. This time, the Greyhound defense able to meet him at the line of scrimmage. He's able to push forward, maybe gain about 3 on that one. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 7 coming up for the Bulldogs. And correction, that's actually number 8, Eadman, in the background that's been getting all the carries for the Bulldogs so far. This time, they're going to pull the guards around to the right side, gets in between that pulling guard, and able to get another first down. So the Bulldogs able to keep the drive alive. That time, number 1, Lancaster, the quarterback, able to pick up the first down. So again, you're going to see the Three Rivers come in sort of a tight formation. They're going to have a heavy side and an unbalanced side. A loose ball on that one. Greyhounds were almost able to jump on that one. So the Bulldogs catch a break after the missed snap. It's going to lose about 4 yards on that one. So now it's going to bring up 2nd and 14 coming up for the Bulldogs. So Greyhound defense able to cause a little bit of disruption on that one. The snap was low, almost able to jump on that one. So again, we have Solis running the offense for the Bulldogs. Like I've been explaining a couple of times tonight, you're going to see them run this sort of a spread formation, but they're going to have two tight ends to one side, so they're going to have a heavy, unbalanced side. And it looks like they're going to call their first timeout of the night at 4:03 left to play in the first quarter. Greyhounds still on top of the Bulldogs, 9-0. So again, the special shout out to tonight's sponsors, Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps and Entertainment, Jeremiah and Ileana Perez, the Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, the Friends of the Taft City Parks, Rams and Sons Lawn Service, LLC, the Alanis family, Omar and Abby, the Flores family, Felix and Martha. A special thanks to them to be able to bring the third broadcast of this football season live from Greyhound Stadium tonight. So far, the Greyhounds are able to capitalize on this quarter, 9-0, 4:03 left to play. With the Bulldogs coming out of a timeout, it's going to be facing 2nd and 14 with the ball sitting at the Greyhound 42-yard line. So Solis going to fake the handoff, feeling the pressure. Ozuna feels the pressure. Solis able to get it away. And Rodriguez comes up with this touchdown saving tackle on the left side. So Ozuna almost able to get to Solis on that one, or Solis was able to get it around him somehow, and the Bulldogs were able to pick up a first down. So on 2nd and 14, the Bulldogs are able to pick up a first down, keep the chains alive, now sitting with the ball at the Greyhound 24-yard line. 1st and 10, Solis going to try end around, pitch to big hit in the middle with Ozuna and Suarez finishing up that hit. That time you saw a little trickery from the Bulldogs. Looked like Solis was going to run it around the right side and then just try to inside dump pitch. But the Greyhounds weren't fooled in the penetration, broke that one up. So a big stop on that one for the Greyhound defense is going to actually give a loss on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs. It's going to try a quick screen pass out to the left side. Bulldogs able to pick up a couple on that one. Lancaster able to pick up about 5 on that one. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 6, 3rd and 6 correction for the Bulldogs. So big third down for here. The Bulldogs trying to close the gap on the Greyhounds. Already in the red zone with the ball sitting at the Greyhound 19-yard line. So Lee's going to keep it himself around the outside, dancing around, trying to find some room to work, and unable to get anything going. Gomez on that one, able to trip him up for no gain. So it's going to bring up 4th and 6 now for the Bulldogs. So unlike on the first Bulldog drive, looks like on this 4th down, they're going to go for it. So it's going to bring up a big 4th down for both teams. Ball sitting at the 19-yard line. So Lee's looking to break the huddle. 16 seconds left on the play clock. 2:13 left to play in the first quarter. 4th and 6 coming up for the Bulldogs. Big down coming up. Looked like the Greyhounds wanted to just get a preview on that one, and they're going to call a timeout and have a defensive discussion before this one. So official time stops at 1:59 left to play in the first quarter, 9-0. Greyhounds above the Bulldogs tonight. Again, special thanks to all tonight's sponsors for making tonight possible. A beautiful night to be playing football and a good game on our hands so far. As coming out of timeout, the Bulldogs are going to be facing 4th and 6. Again, Greyhound Network always looking for sponsors. So if you're ever looking to get a shout out, any donation will get you a shout out in our games. And then the next one is the Whippet donation at 250. And then the last donation is going to be the Greyhound donation at 500. Each one of them have their own benefits and perks. So go ahead and reach out to Omar Alanis, and he'll make sure he takes care of you. And all that is possible with y'all sponsorships. So again, here we are, 4th and 6. Solis is leading out the offense. He's going to drop back. Greyhounds bringing the pressure. Has a man over the top, and he's able to slip by the Greyhound defender, and the Bulldogs are into the end zone and answer on their drone drive of their own. So now it's 9-6 with the Bulldogs coming to set to take over their own extra point. That time, Solis was able to hook up with Eman on the far right side. He was left one-on-one and was able to get separation and get into the end zone. So 9-6, 152 left to play. The Bulldogs able to capitalize on their first big fourth down of the night, going for it. And it looks like the kick is through the uprights. So 9-7, 152 left to play in the first quarter. The Bulldogs able to answer with a drive of their own, as we're going to see the Greyhound kickoff return team come out. It's number 5 for the Bulldogs. Amaro is going to line up the kick. Their first kickoff of the night. Remember, the second one was more of a punt, drop kick style. This is actually their second official kickoff of the night. The first one was a sky high short kick. They tried the same thing. And the Greyhound offensive player muffed it, was able to jump onto his own return though. So the Greyhounds able to jump on that one and maintain possession, as the Bulldogs on both times of the kickoffs had tried that sky high short kick. Greyhounds have been smart to try and fair catch it. So now here we are. We're going to see Acosta for the third time tonight come bleed the offense out. It's going to bring 1st and 10, starting from their own 44-yard line. Costa sends the motion to the right side, looking downfield, going to try in the middle, has an open receiver. Martinez able to come up with the catch, still fighting forward. Finally brought down by a host of Bulldogs, but it's not till he's able to pick up a first down. So Jay Martinez able to grab that first down catch and take it enough to move the chain. So now it's 1st and 10 coming up with the Greyhounds now in the Bulldog territory. Costa fakes the inside handoff. Again, hits Jay Martinez once again in the middle, dancing around. Finally brought down. He's going to be short of the first down. We're going to pick up good yards. Going to bring up second and very short for the Greyhounds. What looks like maybe half a yard to get the first down. So second and short coming up for the Greyhounds. Ball on the move with the ball now sitting at the Bulldog 32-yard line. Greyhounds bringing back that full house package. Going to turn around, hand it up inside. Rivera just going to put his head down. Going to have more than enough for the first down. So that's going to move the chains and pick up another first down on this drive for the Greyhounds. So 1st and 10 after the first down for the Greyhounds. Ball sitting at the Bulldog 29-yard line. This time you're going to see Looks like a little misconfusion on that one is going to cause the Greyhounds to take no chances and talk it over as they take their second time out of the half. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Snow cones, your local snow cone truck. Homeboys 2.0 Move Jumps and Entertainment. The Elizondo family, Mr. Chris Freebie, Nicky and Carlos Guerrero, Industrial Piping Specialist, Industrial Storage Solution. Follow with PCG Design, the Dominguez family, Zacaria Miraquito, Ana Rocha, owner, Homer Brosick, Paul Dominguez and family, Cross Point Veterinary Clinic, Telus Equipment Solution, and the Mesa family, rounding out their sponsors. Shout out, thank you guys. First down for Taft, ball's running to
So here we go. The Greyhounds coming out of the timeout. First and 10 with the ball sitting at the 30-yard line. Going to try a double end around. Rodriguez has some room to work around the right side. Picks up a block. Still on his feet. Finally brought down. But it's going to be more than enough for a first down as he picks up 15 yards on that one. It's going to bring up first and 10 with the ball now sitting at the Bulldog 15-yard line.
stop made by Caden Inman.
So the first time this season, you saw the Greyhounds bring out a little trickery with the double end around. Rodriguez takes it around the right side after the second handoff and picks up the first down. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter, 9-7, with the Greyhounds driving. It's 9-7 going into the second quarter.
Ball will be spotted for the Taft Greyhounds at the 15-yard line.
So as we're set to kick off the second quarter, 9-7, the Greyhounds currently on the drive with the ball sitting at the Bulldog 15-yard line. Costa on an empty set, looking downfield, gonna try Ozuna for his second catch of the season to the right side. Able to pick up 6 on that one's gonna bring up second and 4. So again, it's nice to see Ozuna making his return for the first time to this season. Costa this time going to go right back to Ozuna. Has him in the end zone, just out of the reach. So it's going to bring up third and 4 now coming up for the Greyhounds. So here we are, third and 4 coming up for the Greyhounds. Here comes the motion. Suarez going to fake both. Going to try the end around. Big hit by the Bulldog defender right there, number 10. It's going to bring up Suarez short of the first down, bring up fourth and 1 coming up for the Greyhounds. So Solis getting it done on both sides of the ball. But here come the Greyhounds quickly to the line. Acosta under center, going to turn around and hand it to Rivera. A flag before the play is going to blow it dead, though. It's going to be illegal motion against the Greyhounds. They're going to say he wasn't set, so it's going to back up the Greyhounds. So instead of fourth and short, it's going to back them up 5 yards, and now they're going to be facing fourth and 6 after the penalty. This looks like the Greyhounds just try to hurry up to the line. Costa tried to go under center and just punch it forward. But the officials blow that one dead, and it's going to be a penalty against the Greyhounds. So now the Greyhounds looking at fourth and 6 from the Bulldog 11-yard line. Costa dropping back, going to try the inside screen to Rodriguez. Rodriguez able to break away from 2, still on his feet. Another one, but brought down. It's going to be short of the first down. Good effort by Rodriguez, but better effort on the Bulldogs defense. So the Bulldog defense able to force the turnover on downs, and they're going to take over first and 10 after the fourth down stop from their own 10-yard line. So the Bulldog offense on their last possession were able to punch it in for a touchdown. But the last time they were this close to the end zone, it was a costly turnover for them. So let's see if the Greyhound defense able to buckle down and cause another turnover or stop as the Bulldogs are backed up to their own end zone, taking over first and 10 from their own 10-yard line. So Lease in the shotgun formation. And it looks like that receivers took off before the snap, so a first down penalty is going to back up the Bulldogs even closer to their goal line, with the ball going to be sitting now at their own 5-yard line. So the Greyhounds working out to the way they want right now, with the Bulldogs now backed up to their own 5-yard line. So Lee's going to try and back them out of this tough area. He's dropping back, feels the pressure. Greyhound's able to force him outside of the pocket, but he's able to get it away. And number 1 is able to pick up a good amount of yards on that one. So the Bulldogs able to get a good amount of those penalty yards back, and they're actually going to be facing second and short now after Lancaster able to pick up about 14 on that one. So now the ball sitting second and 3 coming up for the Bulldogs. Again, 10-16 left to play in the second quarter, 9-7. The Greyhounds still currently hold the lead against the Bulldogs. So Solis going to roll out to the left side, May trying to find some room to work with, cuts it back up towards the middle, fumble on the play, and the Greyhounds are able to recover it. So the Greyhound defense forces their second turnover of the night. And after the turnover on downs, the defense has its offensive back, and now they're giving the ball right back in good starting field position as they'll be taking over possession first and 10 at their Bulldog 25-yard line. So again, that Greyhound defense always looking to make a turnover, and that time big hit in the middle after Solis tried to make something happen after the cutback. Greyhounds able to force the fumble and jump on it. So Costa wastes no time, brings the offense out. Dropping back, tries a tight coverage in the middle, just nearly intercepted. So the last touchdown drive that the Greyhounds had, you were able to see them have great success with Jay in the middle, Martinez finding a couple holes in the middle of that defense. But it looks like the Three Rivers defense has adjusted since then. That time they had 3 defenders around him, and the Greyhounds got lucky that they didn't give the ball right back on that one. So here we are after the incompletion is going to bring up second and 10. Ball still sitting at the Bulldog 35-yard line. Here we go. Bulldogs bring the pressure up the middle. Greyhounds able to get it, though. Has Ozuna over the top, just outside of his hands. The Greyhounds almost had a touchdown on that one. So the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd and 10. Clock's going to stop at 9:59 in the second quarter. Greyhounds holding a slim lead over the Bulldogs, 9-7. So big third down coming up for the Greyhounds. Greyhounds looking to punch another touchdown on the board. Costa dropping back, feeling the pressure, rolling around the right side. Makes one miss, but not able to get away from the second one, as it looked like number 66 from the Bulldogs able to bring Acosta down into open field. Diaz comes up with a big stop for the Bulldogs. It's going to bring up another 4th down coming up for the Greyhounds. So it's going to be 4th and 7 coming up for the Greyhounds with the ball sitting at the Bulldog 21-yard line. 9:25 left to play in the second quarter. Big 4th down coming up for the Greyhounds. And the Greyhounds are going to take a time and stop the time at 9:16. So 9-7, the Greyhounds as they take their last time out of the half. Again, a special thank you to tonight's sponsors, the Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps and Entertainment, Jeremiah and Ileana Perez, the Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, the Friends of the Taft City Parks, Rams and Sons Lawn Service, LLC, Alanis family, Omar and Abby, the Flores family, Felix and Martha. A special thanks to all those sponsors as they're able to bring not only tonight's broadcast, but several broadcasts through the week. As you've been able to see, Omar and Jeremiah also be at all the girls' functions, pep rallies. This Greyhound Network is about bringing everything that we can to a live stream and be able to get it to screens to family members and friends that are unable to make the events. We try to make sure that we have some kind of set of eyes there to bring it to you. So a special thanks to y'all sponsors for making this happen. Our first season of the Greyhound Network. So here we are coming out of the timeout. Greyhounds are going to be facing a big 4th and 7, trying to keep the drive alive as they hold a slim lead 9-7 over the Bulldogs. So here goes Acosta, dropping back, feels the pressure up the middle, just lets it go, and there's nobody around. So another turnover on downs forced by the Bulldogs is going to give the possession back to the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 with the ball sitting at their own 21-yard line. So far we've seen a good defensive game from both teams. Bulldogs able to force the Greyhounds on turnover on downs for the second time in this half on 4th down. Both very close to punching it into the end zone. So the Greyhounds have stalled out close to the end zone. I know that's going to be something that's going to probably be talked about at halftime. Got to finish these drives and put up more points to put some spacing. But the Bulldog defense doing exactly what they want, giving their offense a chance. So here it is, Solis in a shotgun formation. Dropping back, going to try the quick outside pass to his running back. And he's going to trip up into open field. He's going to actually slip up in the backfield. Going to bring up a loss on the play. So now it's going to bring up 2nd and 14.
Number 20, Aiden Goodberry, loss of about 4 yards on the play. Second down with about 14 yards to go. Ball spotted at the 17-yard line.
So the Bulldogs are facing another 2nd and long. Not unfamiliar territory tonight for them. They faced a couple of 2nd and long so far tonight. So Lease dropping back. Going to try the quick outside route. Able to connect with his receiver, pick up some of those penalty yards back. Going to give him an official gain of about 6 on that one. So it's still going to bring up 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. It looks like about 3rd and 8. So Solis is going to walk to the sideline. It looks like the Bulldogs are going to talk it over just a little bit more before they give its chance at this 3rd down. So 8:01, the clock stops. 9-7. Greyhounds still holding the slim lead over the Bulldogs. So here come the Bulldogs out of the timeout.
Third down with about 8 yards to go for a first.
3rd and 8 coming up from Solis, rolling out to the right side. Here comes the pressure. Davis able to get the pressure to him. And good defensive bat down right there by number 24, Gary. David Davis, the outside end on that time, able to get pressure on Solis. And Gary, number 24 for the Greyhounds, able to get the good defensive bat down. So now it's going to bring up 4th and 8 for the Bulldogs. And they're going to go ahead and bring out the punting unit. Suarez is going to be the lone deep man for the Greyhounds. The last time the Bulldogs tried to punt, the snap was a little high. This time the snap goes through his hands once again, picks it up, trying to make some room to work with. Greyhound defenders have him in the end zone, and he's going to be brought down for the second safety of the night for the Greyhound defense. So the offense hasn't been able to put up points tonight, but the Greyhound defense has been able to step up big. After last week's showing, I know they had a big chip on their shoulders and they wanted to come back and get some revenge in tonight's game, and that's exactly what they've been able to do. So two back-to-back, two safeties in the first half. It's going to bring the Greyhounds 11-7, giving them 2 more points, and they're going to get great starting field possession as the Bulldogs are going to have to do a punt from their own 20. So the Bulldogs, on both times they've tried to punt tonight, just had a little bit of missed luck on that one. Both snaps not going the way they wanted. The first one went over the head. That one just looked like right through his hands. Looked like he was going to try and make something happen with it, get the punt away, but the Greyhound defense was just there in strong pursuit and was able to get him down in his own end zone. So the second safety of the night for the Greyhounds, and that's going to put another turnover on the boards for the seasons for the Greyhounds, now sitting at 5 for the season. Last year they had 22. So they're right on track to head that way as the Bulldogs set to punt from their own 20-yard line. SWAT is hanging out about the 40. Nice punt. Takes a Three River bounce. Gonna roll out, finally being downed at about the Greyhound 26-yard line. So the Bulldogs able to get a good bounce on that punt and get a friendly roll. Going to back up the Greyhounds a little bit more than what I think they were anticipating. But here comes the offense. They've only been able to put up one touchdown so far in this first half. Last week they were able to start out fast. Were able to put up 40 points through the first 2 quarters. This tonight hasn't been so much that. Only been able to get into the end zone one time. So I know Acosta is going to lead the offense out there and try to put up another touchdown and get a little bit more cushion going into halftime as Three Rivers will get the second half kickoff. So here we are. Acosta, shotgun formation, sends the motion out to the right, looking downfield, feels the pressure, steps up in the pocket. Going to go ahead and try and make something work. And he's going to be able to make it work for a first down. So Acosta feels the pressure, goes ahead and pulls it down and takes it himself. Going to move the chains and keep the drive moving with now the ball moving up to the Greyhound 32-yard line. Sorry, correction, 37-yard line. So 1st and 10. Acosta going to fake the inside handoff, tries the inside screen to Suarez. Suarez able to make one miss, still on his feet, still fighting forward. And finally brought down after breaking a couple of tackles. Just by the skin on his elbow was almost to keep that one alive. But the refs are going to blow the ball down at the Greyhound 49-yard line. Going to bring up another first down after Suarez able to fight forward for the first down. So here go the Greyhounds. Acosta looking downfield. Gonna go ahead and let it go. Suarez this time, once again, back-to-back catches for him. You see Acosta able to keep his eyes downfield, and Suarez able to get some separation and pick up good yards on the first down. So now it's going to bring up 2nd and 1 coming up for the Greyhounds with the ball now in Bulldog territory with the ball sitting at the Bulldog 45-yard line. 2nd and 5 coming up. Look like they backed him up a little bit. So here you go. Acosta dropping back. Going to try to screen to Rivera. Rivera has some blockers out ahead of him. Able to break away from one. Finally knocked out of bounds. Picks up about 10 on that one. So it's going to keep the chains moving. Pick up another first down. Rivera been busy tonight. That's his 4th first down alone tonight. So he's been a heavy workload for the Greyhounds. That time, able to pick up the first down. So now the ball is going to move to the Bulldog 36-yard line. Greyhound offense on the move again. 6:50 left to play in the second quarter. Costa going to hand it off to Rivera around the left side, able to get away from one, still on his feet, puts his head down, going to pick up about 9 on that one, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 1 for the Greyhounds. Nice run right there by Rivera, able to bounce it outside of the tackles, put his head down, going to bring up 2nd and short for the Greyhounds with the ball now moving up to the Bulldog 28-yard line. So Rivera are going to take a breather as now Suarez is going to be in the backfield with Acosta for the second time tonight. They're going to try a quick outside pass to Suarez, get him in the open, able to break away from one, still fighting forward. He's going to get the tough hard yards and move the chains for another first down.
First and 10 for Taft. Ball spotted at the 24-yard line.
So it's 5:40 left to play. Greyhounds still on top of the Bulldogs, 11-7. Greyhounds have 2 to the right, 2 to the left. This time going to sink on through. Mishandled snap. Able to get it though. Throws it downfield. And Acosta just throws it over the head of his receiver. So incomplete is going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Greyhounds. So the Greyhounds have seen their offense stall out in this area of, looks like there was a flag thrown against the Greyhounds. So now it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Oh, it's going to be replay of first down. Going to bring up 1st and 10 after the holding penalty. So now the ball backed up to the Bulldog 34-yard line. So we've seen the Greyhound offense stall out in this area a couple times, looking to not do that once again. Costa dropping back, feels the pressure, going to go ahead and take it himself around the right side. Tight roping the sideline, able to pick up a good amount of those penalty yards back. And instead of 2nd and long coming up for the Greyhounds, it's going to bring up 2nd and short, where it looks about 3 yards to go to the first down. So it's a couple times tonight we've been able to see the Bulldog defense get pressure on Acosta, but Acosta been able to get out of it. And that time he's able to tightrope the sideline and pick up a good amount of yards. So once again, drops back, feels the pressure. That time the Bulldog defense able to get to him and actually force a fumble. Greyhound offensive lineman able to jump on it though. So instead of 2nd and short, it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 now after the sack forced by the Bulldogs. You've seen the Bulldogs get close to him a couple times before. That time they were actually able to get their hands on him and bring him down for a sack. So 3rd and 10 coming up for the Greyhounds. Here comes the pressure up the middle. Greyhound offense able to pick it up. Has a man open in the infield, and Rodriguez comes down with a big catch. So that time, Acosta rolls out to the right side, and Rodriguez gets on the board for the Greyhounds. He's able to get up over that defender and just win that 50-50 ball. So Enrique Rodriguez, another weapon for the Greyhounds. That time able to show his skill set and get up high for that one and win that ball. So Guidry's going to try his second extra point of the night. Snap is good, but it looks like the Bulldogs are able to block it, and they're going to have a chance to return it. If he's able to get all the way, it is 2 points, has a couple of blockers downfield. Greyhounds are able to stop him, though, and stop that 2 points from happening for the Bulldogs. So Guidry has that one blocked. So 17-7, Greyhounds hold a 10-point lead. 4:29 left to play in the second quarter. Again, a special thanks to tonight's sponsors, the Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps and Entertainment. Are you looking to have any kind of party or anything? They have everything you need. We have Jeremiah and Ileana Perez, the Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole. The Friends of the Taft City Parks have plenty of youth recreational programs. Rams and Sons Lawn Service, LLC, ready for any job that you have to throw at them. The Alanis family, Omar and Abby, and Flores family, Felix and Martha. Again, a special thank you to tonight's sponsors to be able to bring tonight's exciting matchup. On the last drive, you were able to see the Greyhounds get into the end zone and put some cushion with 4:29 left to play in the second quarter. You're going to see Gilder bring out the kickoff team.
TGL, Tequilina Galvan Lawrence Financial Consulting, San Antonio sponsor. Let's Run It Sports Apparel and Stores in Corpus sponsor. Up levels, we have NEC Co-op Energy and Navy Army Credit Union. Thank you. Back for the kickoff for Three Rivers.
So here we are. Bulldogs set to try and return it. Gildery is going to line it up for his second kickoff of the night. The first time he gave a good line drive. Second row of the Bulldogs picked it up and returned it for a short gain. See what Gildery's going to do on this one. He's going to try a high kick, shallow, mishandled. Able to pick it up though. Greyhound kickoff team in great pursuit. There is a leg flag to the far right side. We're going to have to wait for the official signal. So looks like the penalty is going to be against the Greyhounds. Looks like they're going to call him for a late hit. So the Bulldogs are going to add 15 yards to the end of that return. So now the ball is going to be sitting at their own 47-yard line. 1st and 10, 4:23 left to play. Bulldogs looking to add more points to the board before they go into halftime. They will get the second half kickoff. So Lee's dropping back, has some pressure, forced out to the left side, able to find a wide open receiver. Lancaster able to pick up a good amount of yards on that first down catch. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1 coming up for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs looking to pick up the tempo a little bit. There we go. Solis once again dropping back, has another man open in the middle. Able to pick up about 20 on that one. So it's now going to bring the ball into Greyhound territory. At the ball now sitting at the 25-yard line, the Greyhounds, and the Bulldogs quickly to the line again, wasting no time. There goes Solis once again, looks in the middle, over his head. Greyhound defense almost able to come up with another turnover. So that's going to slow down the gameplay a little bit. Going to stop the clock at 3:35 in the second quarter left to play. The Bulldogs still have 2 timeouts. And again, they will be receiving the second half kickoff. So this is a big, big drive for them as they're not trying to they're trying to close this gap on the Greyhounds and have a good starting point in the second half. Greyhound defense trying to buckle down and force another stop tonight. So Lees has some time to throw. A big hit outside on the right side by the Greyhound defense, and Gomez is there to jump on it. So a big, big hit on the outside. Looks like Uvalde and Gildry are the two in on the hit. So the Bulldog receiver on that one had some room to work with, but big hit on the defense by the Greyhounds. Another turnover tonight for the Greyhound defense. Number 6 on the season, number 3 of tonight. Correction, the 4th turnover tonight. So the Greyhound defense buckles down and able to force a turnover, and Acosta is going to lead the offense out for 1st and 10. Going to try and put up a little bit more points. Low snap, though. Acosta is just going to jump on it, take no chances of trying to make something happen. So the Greyhound offense not moving in the right direction on that first down. Low snap caused Acosta just to have to jump on it. So now the Greyhounds are backed up to their own 10-yard line, and it looks at about 2nd and 20 coming up for the Greyhounds. Clock ticking, just under 3 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Bulldogs going to bring the blitz up the middle. Acosta going to try and stretch it outside of the numbers. Good pursuit by the Bulldogs right there. Acosta going to get a good job of picking up some of those penalty yards. It looked like the official on the far right side was walking more closer to the yardsticks, but it looked like he backed up another 5 yards. So I thought it was a gain of 10. It looks like they're going to only officially give him a gain of 5. So now they're facing 3rd and 15 coming up for the Greyhounds. Costa dropping back, has a man open on the right side. Martinez able to come down with it. And the Greyhound deep sideline is not happy. Looked like it was very, very close to a late hit on that sideline. But Martinez does have enough to pick up the first down. So the Greyhounds able to get themselves out of that situation. They were facing 3rd and long, and a big, big throw over the right side to Jay Martinez. The Greyhounds are able to pick up a first down, and Acosta able to keep the drive alive. 2:07 left to play in the second quarter. Greyhounds have no timeouts. This time going to try out to the left side, QB power. Acosta has some room to work with, has one blocker, one to beat, tries to make a move. Good open field tackle by the Bulldogs for a touchdown saving tackle. But the Greyhounds are able to move the chains on that big gain. So far tonight, you've seen the Bulldogs bring that blitz inside that middle, and the Greyhound offense has done a good job of just smashing it, and it's leaving the outside lanes open for the Greyhounds, and they've been taking advantage of it. So, of course, they're going to drop back. This time, going to try Rodriguez, but the ball short. So again, these last 2 drives, you've been seeing the Greyhounds been able to adjust to that inside pressure that the Bulldogs are bringing. Offensive line doing a good job in squishing that blitz into the inside, and it's leaving the outside running lanes open. So here they go again. Bulldogs bring the inside blitz. That time, able to get the screen away to Rivera. Rivera has some room to work with. Zigzagging in the middle, still on his feet. Finally brought down, but it's not till after a first down. So 1st and 10 after the 20-yard gain. It's going to bring the ball now sitting at the Bulldog 15-yard line. So Greyhounds, like I said, on these last drives have been able to take advantage of that pressure. Looks like the Bulldogs are just overly aggressive on that one, and it's opened up the screen That time, Rivera able to make something happen in the middle, zigzagging for a big first down. So now 122 left to play in the second quarter. Greyhounds knocking on the Bulldog end zone once again. Costa going to try around the right side this time, stringing it out outside the numbers, cuts back in the middle, makes one miss. Ball's loose on the ground. And it looks like the Bulldogs are able to come up with a big fumble. Going to take over possession with the ball sitting at their own 3-yard line. So 106, the time of play stops as the Greyhounds are stopped short of the goal line and fumble the ball. Bulldog defense able to jump on it for the second fumble of the night. So 106 left to play after the costly fumbles by the Greyhound. The Bulldogs are going to come out with 106 left to play. They still have 2 timeouts, but they are very close to their own end zone with the ball sitting at their own 2-yard line. The last 2 times they've been this close to the end zone, it's resulted in a safety. So let's see if the Greyhounds are able to capitalize on this short, this time inside handoff. Greyhound defense doesn't give up much on that one. It's going to bring up second and 8 after the 2-yard gain on first down. Clock just ticking under 1 minute to play, 53 seconds left to play. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to try nothing fancy here. They're just going to try and take it into the halftime. They're taking their time. Play clock just under 24 seconds. Game clock just under 35 seconds. And they're just taking their time up to the line. They might try one sneaky long play to see if they can have something work. They do have 2 timeouts left to play, and that's exactly what they're going to try. A quick outside pass to Lancaster. Lancaster has a move to make a one-on-one, able to get out of bounds and pick up the first down. And the clock's going to stop at 20 seconds. So exactly what I thought they were going to do. They were going to try one quick pass to try to get out of that their backs from their end zone, and they were able to capitalize on that one. Lancaster able to pick up the first down for the Bulldogs. 20 seconds left to play. Bulldogs still do have 2 timeouts. Here you go. Solis once again in the shotgun formation, dropping back, feels pressure, steps up in the pocket, tries it over the middle, and good defensive play right there by Suarez, able to knock it away, intended for number 15 of the Bulldogs. So the clock's going to stop at 14 seconds.
Second down to go for Three Rivers.
So the Greyhound defensive line has been able to force pressure on Solis a couple of times tonight with 14 seconds left to play. It's going to be very interesting to see if the Bulldogs are going to try one more deep pass down the lane. Looking downfield, there he is, steps up in the pocket. Solis looking to try to find something to work with, dancing around, picks up a couple blocks, finally steps out of bounds, and a late hit's going to happen on the far right side. So the clock's going to stop with 2 seconds. The Bulldogs are going to get 15 yards added to the end of that run. It's still going to give them a good distance to go to the end zone. So I don't see anything crazy happening here. They might try a quick trickery. So with 2 seconds left to play, this play will have to end up in the end zone. There's no chance of the Bulldogs stopping the clock again. So again, it's going to try. You're going to see what the Bulldogs are going to try and do on this first and 10 after the penalty. The ball sitting at their own 42-yard line. Greyhounds are going to back it up. They got 2 deep safeties. Just going to hand it off inside. Find some room to work with. Cuts it back outside. And a touchdown saving tackle. The far side, Uvalde able to stop the Bulldogs, and it's going to go into halftime, 17-7. The Greyhounds currently leading the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are set to receive the second half kickoff. We're going to take a break for halftime, and you're going to get to enjoy the band So we'll be back after halftime with the Bulldogs set to receive 17-7 is the score going into halftime with the Greyhounds currently leading the Bulldogs.
Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving a grand welcome to the award-winning Three Rivers High School Marching Band. The Three Rivers High School Band earned the distinction, earning numerous region, area, and even state recognitions in UIL, ATSSB competitions, and TMEA honor bands. This band has also earned 5 consecutive First Division ratings in 4 years at the UIL Region 14 Marching Contest. The band also advanced to the UIL Area E Marching Contest for Class 2A. The band was also a state finalist for the ATSSB Outstanding Performance Series competition and the TMEA Honor Band competition. The band advanced to the state level of the TMEA Honor Band for the first time in 62 years. Congratulations, Bulldog Band! This evening, our award-winning band will perform the first movement in their UIL presentation entitled Tales of the West. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the Three Rivers High School award-winning marching band. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our award-winning band. The band is under the direction of band director Miss Megan Stevens. Drum majors for the band are John Alvor and Jules Marquis. The Bulldog Band would like to congratulate the Taft High School Band and their director on a successful 2022-2023 school year. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great evening and go Bulldogs!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the band with pride, your 2022-2023 Greyhound Marching Band. The Greyhound Marching Band has won multiple sweepstakes awards and has been a consistent area qualifier over the last few years. The Taft High School Band has been a two-time UIL State Marching Band qualifier in 2000 and 2009. Tonight, they're performing their UIL show entitled Imagine a Mad World, arranged by Luke McMillan, featuring the music of John Lennon and Gary Jules. Color guard captain is Frankie Torres. Co-captain is Stacy Guzman. Band member of the week is Chloe Rios. Section of the week is the baritone section. The band is under the direction of drum majors Larissa Saldivar and Araceli Aguirre. Now presenting their show, Imagine a Mad World, your band with pride, your Taft Greyhound Marching Band. Taft High School Band is under the direction of Mr. Joseph Guzman, assistant band directors Robert Valdez and Alicia Lozano. The Greyhound Band would like to thank Superintendent of Schools Dr. Irene Garza and the Taft Board of Trustees. We would also like to thank our principals, Mr. Tom Harris, Mr. Vernon Bergmos, Mrs. Christina Costa, and Mr. Joshua Garcia. Finally, we would like to thank the band boosters and the parents that make all their efforts possible, and thank you for all your continued support, and we look forward to seeing you all next week. At this time, we'd like to shine our spotlight on some academic performance at Trevino Junior High School. We would like to recognize our Students of the Month as they're coming out to the field with their principal, Miss Christina Costa. The following students were selected as Students of the Month for August 2022 and will be recognized tonight here at the game, right in the middle of the field on the 50-yard line. Teachers selected these students based on their effort in the classroom, respect, kindness, and overall student performance. For 6th grade, we have Elena Martinez and Eli Vara. For 7th grade, we have Agustin Castillo and Kylie Mesa. And for 8th grade, we have Tony Maldonado and Lauren Nieto. Congratulations to our Students of the Month from Trevino Junior High School, and we wish you well this school year.
Again, thank you tonight to sponsors Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps and Entertainment, Jeremiah and Ileana Perez, the Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, Rams and Lawn Service LLC, the Alanis family, Omar and Abby, the Flores family, Felix and Martha. So again, thank you to all tonight's sponsors. Big thank you. This is our first season being able to bring you the Greyhound Network, and we hope it's just the beginning of the start. Just give you a quick rundown on each sponsor. Maybe give them a little bit. Looks like the halftime show tonight was a little shorter than usual. Still got about 9:30 left to play. So just give you a quick rundown about each one of them and give them a little bit more shine. The Homeboys 2.0 Moon Jumps and Entertainment is a very local business here in Taft. You ever looking to get your party started? You have a big event going on. You got your birthday, your anniversary, anything you might have going on. These guys, they have everything that you need to make sure that your party is, has everything that you could need at one stop. You get with them, they'll make sure they take care of you. Again, a big thank you to them. And Jeremiah and Ileana Perez. Jeremiah is actually the one behind the camera most of the time, and he's been able to be at all the games and bring you several of these events throughout this season. And we also have the Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, the Rodriguez family, a big, big family in this community for, a couple generations now, with their son and their nephew playing on the team, Enrique Rodriguez. And then we have the Friends of the Taft City Parks. The Friends of the Taft City Parks is a local group, a local nonprofit youth organization that likes to bring affordable programs to be able to participate in the local youth in surrounding areas, not just in Taft, but in San Patricio and anywhere that you might be able to be willing to make a trip on a Saturday to play. The Friends of the Taft City Parks, you can find them on Facebook, and they'll have every information to every event that might be happening and coming up. The Rams and Sons Lawn Service LLC, they're a lawn service that they will get the job done at an affordable cost. They'll make sure they take care of you, and they won't leave until the job's done. So, Ram Montes, hit him up on Facebook, and he's also, I'll get his phone number. That way, I can also give that to y'all. The Alanis family, Omar and Abby, a big thank you. I don't know. I think Omar doesn't say it enough for himself, but he's a big, big contributor in the community. He's been able to bring. He's actually the one that started this Greyhound network, and he's one of the main reasons that we were able to take off and be so successful in just a short times. He's at the volleyball games. He really there's not an event that you probably won't see him at. So, a big, big credit and shout out to Omar and and Abby and that Alanis family to being such a big, big contributor in the community and especially to the youth. Anytime you see some kind of youth event going on, they're gonna be there for them. The Felix and Flores family, another family that just contributes to the community. Being from Taft, a small community, it's always great because you see deep lines of family roots that just continue to cycle through, from generations to generations and, stories to tell. And it's great to see that tradition and Taft be so rich still. So again, thank you to all our sponsors. If you ever see them around town, give them a shout out. The homeboys for your next party, Jeremiah and Omar, give them a big thank you. You see them in the community. Rams and Lawn Service, the Friends of Taft, all these people, the Flores family, a big thank you to tonight. We got about 6:30 left before we come back from halftime. I'm gonna try and give you a quick rundown of the local scores around the area. Right now we have Woodsboro over Yorktown 18 to 62. We have Eagle Pass leading, look like Carroll 51 to 0. Moody, correction. Another local town. We have Hebbronville, which is in our district, is actually losing 25 to 6. Very interesting to see them be so strugglish in the first half of the season. Usually a very strong powerhouse, and last year was a game, epic game between us two. They're struggling a little bit right now. They're down 25 to 6 to Carrizo Springs. Calallen's currently above Flower Buff 20 to 7. That was a local game of the week along with Mathis and Odom. We have the Santa Gertrudis Lions 19-8 over the Ben Boat Badgers. We have Corpus Christi Ray above Kingsville 35-7. Our next week opponent, which is going to be very, very, this is shaping up to be a very, very good game. I'll give you a quick rundown. We got 5 minutes left to go in the till the kickoff of the second half. So, give you a quick rundown of next week's game. It looks like if Robstown can hold on to their second half lead, 16-3. It's been a long time since you've seen a Robstown program be 3-0. So the Greyhounds are going to look to take care of business in the second half, but that's looking to shape up to be another good game next week. It's very good to see the Robstown, come have a good program this year. So that's going to be an interesting game to watch for the rest of the night, and it's also going to be broadcast on KRAS 6, the CW. So I'm hoping they hang on to that, so that way it'd be an even more exciting game next week. We got the London Pirates and Orange Grove Bulldogs tied 12-12. We have Alice trailing Victoria West 10-8. We have West Oso Bears trailing the Vaqueros San Diego 34-20. Portland and Victoria East knotted up at 14 at half. The Ingleside Mustangs and the Rockport Pirate another good game this week in the Coastal Bend 24-21. The Mustangs hold a tight lead over the Pirates at half. Banquete, another one of our district fellows, is trailing Fremont, 13-8. Refugio and Edna in a good one, 14-13. Edna leads the Refugio Bobcats. Calhoun holds a 7-0 lead over the Sidon Pirates. El Campo in the Vets Memorial. El Campo actually got it handed to them by the Miller Buccaneers last week. So they're actually leading right now they hold a lead over the Vets, which was actually favored in that game. So that's an interesting one seeing play out. George West looks like it was set to host against John Paul. It looks like that game was canceled. So we have about 155 left till halftime is officially over. Looks like the Bulldogs are set to come out in the bid. Give you a quick rundown of the first half stats. Rodriguez and Rivera are the two that have been able to get on the board for the Greyhounds. Greyhound defense is they've been able to force four turnovers, 2 fumbles, and 2 safeties. So far, the Greyhound offense was slow to start, but in that second quarter, they picked it up late. They were about to punch it in, and a costly fumble at the close to the end zone stopped them. So the second half's going to be very interesting. The Greyhounds are going to look to come out and really just set the tone. I know last week the second half is what killed the Greyhounds, so they're looking to come back in this game and make sure that doesn't happen.
Here comes Taft. Mighty Greyhound.
So the Bulldogs are set to receive first in the second half. A big shout out also in a Friday night game. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen in order for a game to be exciting, and it starts with the band. It starts with the people working the concession, the boosters, the cheerleaders, and everything. So they never get enough recognition. Also, you also see student trainers, athletic trainers. You can see a good amount of them on the sideline, and those are big, big contributors to the Greyhound program. So shout out to everybody that makes Friday nights happen. So here we are, set to begin the second half, 17-7. The Greyhounds currently lead the Bulldogs. Gildry is going to line it up for a third time tonight. First two have been line drives.
Goodry kicking off for the Taft Greyhound in the second half. Back for Three Rivers. Number 22, Harry Jones.
So ball's going to be blown down. He's going to get one more time to get to reset it. If it falls down one more time, you're going to have to get a holder. So here we are. First kickoff of the second half. Gidry's going to let it go deep to the right side. Bulldogs going to try and make something happen with it. Has a lane to work with. Has some speed. Breaks away from one. Has two to beat. And the Greyhound defense able to save a touchdown on that one. But it is a good return for the Bulldogs to start out the second half. So here we are. First and 10 coming up for the Bulldogs after a good return. It's going to bring up the ball sitting already inside Greyhound territory. So a 49-yard line of the Greyhounds is going to be first and 10 for Solis as he's going to bring out the offense of the Bulldogs for the first time in the second half. They've been able to put one touchdown drive together tonight. So for the first time tonight, we're going to see two backs in the backfield. Going to hand it up. Number 8 tries to find some room to work with, finds a little lane, going to push forward for about 5 yards on that one. Going to bring up second and 5. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Bulldogs are going to try something different in the second half, as now they're actually in a pistol formation. Going to hand it up the middle this time. Going to put his head forward and going to have enough for a first down. So in the first two plays of the Bulldogs, you've seen two new formations that they've come out in that they didn't run in the first half. So it's interesting, going to be interesting to see exactly what kind of adjustments they're going to be trying to make in the second half. That's been back-to-back carries for Eadman. And once again, they're going to stay in this pistol formation. Hands it up around the right side. Greyhound defense doesn't give up any yards on that one. Good penetration is going to stop that one for no gain. It's going to bring up second and 10 after the no gain on that one. This is exactly a similar formation that you saw Mathis last week come out in the second half and have success against the Greyhound defense. So it's interesting to see if they're trying to get a similarity to that. But so far on this last one, the Greyhounds didn't give nothing on that one. So now they're going to load up the pistol formation to the left side. This time they're going to roll out Solis. Solis looking downfield, has a man wide open, and he's able to get open on the double move on the far left side. Going to bring up first and 10. Actually, first and goal for the Bulldogs. Number 1, Lancaster. So you saw the Bulldogs first 4 possessions of them. They ran it on that time. They're going to try the bootleg rollout to the left side. Lancaster puts the double move out on that one-on-one, able to pick up a big first down. So now they're going to hand it up the middle. Eman trying to find some room to work with. Puts his head down for about 4. Looks about 3 now. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal with the ball sitting at the Greyhound 2-yard line. Once again, hand up the middle. Fumble on the play. Ball is loose. Solis able to save the Bulldogs from a costly turnover on that one. That time you saw the defensive line of the Greyhounds get good penetration up the middle. And the ball was jarred loose, and it's going to bring up a big loss. So now we're looking at 3rd and goal with the ball sitting at the 12-yard line. So after a big stop last play for the Greyhounds, that forced a loss on that one. So Lisa's going to bring out the offense with 3rd and goal. No first downs available for them. Roll out once again to the left side. This time pressure. He's able to get away from one. Now rolling back to the right side. Has someone deep in the end zone. And Solis is able to keep the play alive after feeling the pressure early in that play. He started out with a roll to the left and just came back to the right side, and he's able to drop it into the end zone to number 9 on that one. Still was able to stay rolling with his quarterback, adjusted, actually started the route going out to the left side. Once he saw his quarterback roll out to the opposite side, broke off his route and found separation deep in the right side of the end zone. So right out the back, 17-13. After the Bulldogs able to put it up, it's good. So 17-14 now. The extra point is good. 8:37 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs able to put a good offensive drive together. So Greyhounds are going to look to answer. So here we are, the Bulldogs set to kick off to the Greyhounds. Suarez, the lone deep man. The Bulldogs have not kicked it deep so far tonight. All the times that they have done kickoff has been short kicks. Greyhounds just selecting a fair catch, each one of them. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to try those same kicks in the second half. Once again, a short kick to the right side. Alvarado is just going to fall down on it. So Greyhounds are already going to get good starting field position just outside of Bulldog territory. So here we are. Costa going to come out for the first time in the second half. Has 3 spread to the left, 1 to the far right, 1 in the backfield with him. Going to send Suarez out into motion, now setting up. Dropping back. Looking downfield, going to hit Suarez far on the right side. Suarez just unable to keep up with that one and reel it in. A nice pass was almost a bomb to him. Just unable. Good effort. So after the incompletion, it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. 8:29 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Greyhounds still holding the lead of 17-14 over the Bulldogs. Here we go. Costa fakes the inside handoff, rolling around to the right side now. Throws it back towards the middle. Has Martinez open. Able to make one miss. Finally brought down, but it's after a 15-yard gain, so the chains are going to keep moving. The Greyhounds now in Bulldog territory. 1st and 10 with the ball now sitting at the Bulldog 35-yard line. Last time you saw that last play, you saw Acosta be able to hook up a nice crossbody pass right there. So he drops back once again. This time going to hit it quickly to Ozuna on the left side, able to break away from one, and he's into the end zone for another touchdown. Ozuna on the board for the first time this season. Another receiver that comes in from last season, had 10 receiving touchdowns on the year. His first game back this season, and he's on the board for the first time, and he's able to give the Greyhounds more cushion, 23-14, as Gildry is going to line up to try his third extra point of the night. Last one was blocked. The hike is good, and it's right down the middle for another point, so 24-14. The Greyhounds above Three Rivers, 8:11 left to play in the third quarter. There was a penalty on the play. It looks like they jumped off sides, but the Greyhounds are going to decline it. So a big touchdown right there from the Greyhounds. Ozuna able to show his strength and versatility and punch it in for 6. And the Greyhounds able to answer with their own touchdown drive of their own. So far, the second half starting out with fireworks. Bulldogs are going to get a chance to answer. So Guidry gonna try a low line drive. Bounces around, still live. Ball still bouncing around. Greyhounds might be on it. Looks like a good old pal. And Three Rivers able to jump on it. An almost costly turnover for the Bulldogs right there. Guidry able to get good spin on that one. Have a player slow to get up for the Greyhounds. So again, thank you to tonight's sponsors. Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps and Entertainment, Jeremiah and Ileana Perez, Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, the Friends of the Taft City Parks, Ram and Sons Lawn Service LLC, the Alanis family, Omar and Abby, the Flores family, Felix and Martha. Again, a special thank you to all our sponsors. And if you're ever looking to become one, again, a pup donation will get you any kind of donation will get you a shout out at one of these events. The next one up is a Whippet at 250 and the Greyhound for 500. Each one of those have their own perks. So again, get with Omar Alanis and he'll be able to help you and exactly break down each one would get you. And again, those sponsorships are huge in order to bring all these games to you. Again, there hasn't been many events that they haven't been able to be at. So again, a huge shout out to Omar and Jeremiah for making this Greyhound Network possible. So here we are. We're back after an injury. 1st and 10, the Bulldogs looking to bring back their own touchdown drive after giving one up to the Greyhounds. So Greyhounds able to get penetration inside. Greyhound. I know the Greyhound sideline is not happy after that one. Looks like the ref blew a whistle a little too soon, and it looked like the Bulldog coughed it up. but the whistle was blown before it was fumbled. So the no gain on that one's going to bring up 2nd and 10 after the no gain. You saw the Bulldogs for the second time tonight try that inside dump after Solis fakes the rollout to the outside, and the Greyhound defense has not given up anything on both those times that they did that. So here we are. It's like the Greyhound defense didn't like something they saw. They're going to call a timeout. So here we are. We're back from after the Greyhound defense takes a timeout. 2nd and 10. So Solis is going to have the offense starting from his own 35-yard line. Tries the hard count. Greyhounds don't budge. Going to do an inside handoff. And Greyhound defense is there to bring him down. Gomez and Cantu are there quickly. Give up only 2. So now the Bulldogs are facing a 3rd and 7. So now the Bulldogs are facing 3rd and 7. You've seen this drive now. The Bulldogs go more set back to their traditional offense they showed in the first half. Solis going to drop back, drop back, drop back. Finally going to let it go around the left side, pull it down himself, still on the move. Finally brought down. Finally knocked out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. It's crazy to see the influences of how just one NFL game, but look like right there now Josh Allen has the influences and quarterbacks are trying to throw stiff arms now. So 1st and 10 after the big run, with the ball sitting at the 30-yard line. Now Bulldogs in Greyhound territory. Solis gonna hand it up the middle, tries around the right side, tries to bounce it out. Greyhound defense still stringing it out. Ozuna finally able to knock him out of bounds. So Eman of the Bulldogs able to stretch it outside of the numbers and pick up 7 on that one. And a late flag's going to come in. And it looks like the umpires are just not going to like the jawing back and forth. Greyhound sideline is arguing it was both the kids, but it's like the old saying goes, the second one gets caught, and that's exactly what it looks like the umpire's giving the explanation to the coach about. So 15 yards is going to be added to the end of that run. It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct called against the Greyhounds. It's an intense game. It looks like both players were just pumped up about a good hard play. Second man got caught, and it was cost against the Greyhounds. So 15 yards is going to be added to the end of the run. So now the ball sitting in the red zone at the 12-yard line. The Bulldogs are going to take over 1st and 10 after the penalty. 6:51 left to play in the third quarter. Inside run, this time trying to bounce it out. Greyhounds have good pursuit. Able to still bounce it. Big hit on the play. Number 21, Suarez, comes in and lays the hammer. Eamon was trying to find some room to work with. Suarez makes him pay on that one. There is a penalty. Usually in that area, it's going to be holding, and that's exactly what it is. Usually when you see so many bounces back and forth from a running back, it's easy for an offensive lineman to get called for a hold. But it's going to be interesting to see if the Greyhound are going to decline the penalty, because it will bring up 2nd and 15 if they decline it, 1st and 20 if they accept it. So it's a matter of 5-yard difference, but a down that makes that. So it looks like the Greyhounds are going to accept the call. So now it's going to back up the Bulldogs 10 yards. So now 1st and 20 after the first down hold against the Bulldogs. 6:42 left to play in the third quarter. 24-14. Greyhounds above the Bulldogs right now. The Bulldogs on the move, but a first down penalty backs them up to 1st and 20. Gonna fake the sweep, looking downfield, has a man in the middle, able to split 2 defenders, and a beautiful pass from Solis to number 9, Steele, for the 2nd touchdown of the night. It's been a nice little duo between them two. They've shown great chemistry, and they're able to put up another touchdown on the board. With 24-20, the lead has been shrunk to now, with the Bulldogs set to try an extra point. Amaro is going to line another one, and it's going to be, he's perfect so far for extra points tonight. So 24-21, the Greyhounds lead is knocked down to 3 points, 6:21 left to play in the third quarter. So the Bulldogs are trotting back onto the field to kick it off for the second time this second half after they're able to answer. So after having a slow first half and only scoring one time in the first half for the Bulldogs, they've scored twice already alone in this third quarter. Greyhound defense have been right there. It's just been bang, bang plays that Three Rivers has just extended the play longer than the Greyhounds have wanted, and it's created openings for them. Zachary Martinez going to have a chance to make something work, makes one miss. Nice little return on the short kick. He's already going to be inside of the Bulldog territory. They're going to officially mark him just outside. They're going to say he's at the 52-yard line. So just 2 yards to cross into Bulldog territory. So again, after the Bulldogs able to put up 6-7 on the last drive, Greyhound offense coming back out to tonight and going to try and answer for the second time in the second half. Acosta dropping back, going to hit the quick inside route. Jay Martinez been busy right there in that middle route. He's had a couple catches right in that same area. That time picks up 8. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2 coming up for the Greyhounds. Ball now sitting at the 34-yard line of the Bulldogs. Suarez in the motion, Gonna hand it up the middle inside. Rivera finds some room to work with. And he's been busy picking up first downs tonight. Number 5, first down he's picked up for the Greyhounds. And a late flag is gonna be thrown. So late flag. It looked like the back umpire was counting. Might be 12 against the Bulldogs. It's going to be interesting, though, to see exactly when this penalty was called because the first down already had been granted and the flag came in late. Defense doesn't really get called for 12 unless the ball is hiked with having 12. It's not like on the offense. The offense, if you break the huddle with 12, it's an automatic 12 on the field. On defense, you're allowed to run off that last 12th man all the way until right before the ball is snapped. So I think that's what they're trying to discuss right now between the officials to see exactly what they're trying to decide.
Flag called against Three Rivers.
So, call. It's a little confusing. Look like a 10-yard penalty. So not sure what they called against the Three Rivers, but it did add 10 yards to the end of that run. So now the Greyhounds are going to be first and it looks like there's going to be another discussion of cadence. No, this time it's not going to work out, even though the Greyhound offensive line is arguing that the Three Rivers defense is trying to draw them false starting. That time it didn't. So the first down penalty is going to back it up. 1st and 15. Suarez in the motion. Costa drops back, going to hit Ozuna quick to the outside left. That same one that he scored last time, still dragging the defenders. Finally pushed out of bounds as he's able to push through a couple of Bulldog defenders. Some hard yards on that one. Going to bring up now for 2nd and 6.
Second down for Taft. Ball spot at 17-yard line.
So here we are. Costa has a bunch set to the left. Suarez in the motion. Gonna fake both the inside handoff, outside handoff, but gonna hit Suarez around the left side. Suarez upended, but he's able to pick up the first down. It's really a thing of beauty to be able to see exactly how this offense is able to incorporate Suarez. I'm pretty sure he's on top of every scouting report, but that time you saw him fake the jet sweep and all of a sudden get it on a quick out route. So that being able to move him around, he's that versatile. So now he has the Greyhound sitting 1st and goal, ball on the 8-yard line, quick inside pass, broken up. Looked like Jay Martinez almost able to come up with that one. So 2nd and goal with the ball now sitting at the 8-yard line. No first downs for the Greyhounds that they can get on now with sitting with 2nd and goal. 4:27 left to play in the third quarter. Costa gonna roll to the left now, keeping himself, finding some room to work with, stretches across the goal line and able to get it in to the end zone for 6. So 30-21. Acosta able to get a touchdown rushing that one, calls his own number. drops a QB power to the left side and just puts his head down, finds the lane, and stretches it across the goal line. So now he's able to rush for one and throw for one tonight as Gildry's going to set to line up his fourth attempt of the night. The snap is good and the kick is good. Gildry having much more success than last week. Major props to that kid. Last week kind of struggled on the extra points. Today he's only had one and it's only been blocked. So, and we could like to see that kid, see a kid rebound from a tough struggling performance last week. So now he's able to only be able to have one block tonight. So 31-21, 4:22 left to play in the third quarter. Greyhounds able to extend that lead to 10 again. So again, as the Greyhounds come out after scoring this touchdown, the Greyhound defense has not been able to get a stop so far in the second half. So they're gonna be, it's gonna be, I'm pretty sure it's high on their agenda. So right now is try and kill the momentum of Three Rivers. So Gildry counting his players, making sure he's got 11. Three Rivers has two deep back, two in the second line, two in the third line.
Thank you. Shout out great to the sponsors. Taking off number 20 of that is Gidry.
So Gildry lining it up. Gonna try his low line drive. Takes a Greyhound bounce. Bulldogs able to put their head down and return it for about 10. So they are going to start out with a short field position with the ball sitting at their own 45-yard line. Here comes the Greyhound defense. The Greyhound defense was able to force 4 turnovers in the first half. So far in the second half, they haven't been able to have as much success. But if they are, it's going to be huge and crucial right now. We have an injury timeout. As we take a timeout from injury, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors again for tonight's broadcast. Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps in Entertainment, Jeremiah and Ileana Bettis, the Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, the Friends of the Taft City Parks, Ram and Sons Lawn Service, LLC, the Alanese family, Omar and Abby, and the Flores family, Felix and Martha. Again, a special thank you to those sponsors and being able to bring you these broadcasts. Again, if you're watching live, go ahead and tell us where you're watching from. It's nice to go back in the comments and see that we're reaching alumni and family from, distances apart. I guess, and one thing good in today's day and age is that we're able to get and reach each other from farther distances and broadcasting and streams like this. So again, thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Right now, we're at 4:17 after the injury. 31-21. The Greyhounds holding the lead, and the defense of the Greyhounds looking to get their first stop of the second half. Again, forcing 4 turnovers in the first half, 2 safeties and 2 fumbles. So here comes the fake, and they're going to give it around the end around. Tries to put his head down, but he goes nowhere as he's met at the line. Suarez, you've seen him multiple times behind big hits. This kid comes down. He's starting out in the safety position, and he's able to come down at multiple angles. And that time, he's able to stuff the runner at the line of scrimmage for no gain, bringing up 2nd and 10 coming up for the Bulldogs. Solis in that shotgun formation. Going to drop back. Greyhounds bringing the pressure. Going to let it go deep around the middle. Has one open. Lancaster able to break away from the last defender. And another big bomb thrown through the middle. Lancaster and Solis have had some kind of chemistry. Also, along with Steele. That time it's just one-on-one on the outside. Solis is given enough time, and it's a 3-step drop over the top to put the Bulldogs on the board again. 3:34 left to play in the third quarter. 31-27. Bulldogs slim the lead down again. And it's good enough to be good. So 31-28 now, 3:34 left to play in the third quarter. A back and forth game so far in this third quarter. Bulldogs come down, score. The Greyhounds come down and score. Bulldogs came right back, so it's been a back and forth. Both defenses looking to get their first stop of the second half. 3:34 left to play in the third quarter. So here we are. Bulldogs set to kick it off. So far, they've given Suarez no chance to return one. This time, it looks like Rodriguez is going to get a chance to return it. He had a touchdown last game. Tries to find some room to work with, but a good pursuit by the Bulldogs. Not going to give them a big gain on that one. So now here comes Greyhound offense back out onto the field again. 1st and 10 with the ball sitting at their own 40-yard line. 3:28 left to play in the third quarter. Here comes J.J. Acosta, lone back in the shotgun formation. 3 split to the right, 2 to the left. Dropping back. Going to feel the pressure, rolls out to the right, finds his drag route. And once again, it's Jay Martinez. Jay Martinez has been a big check down receiver for Acosta tonight. The same way Steele has been for the Bulldogs, Martinez has been for the Greyhounds. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 as the chains move for a first down with the ball now sitting right at midfield at the 50-yard line. 3:16 left to play in the third quarter. Costa sends Suarez out into the motion. Costa dropping back, has Suarez open through the middle, just outside of his reach, incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Clock's going to stop at 3:11. So here we are, 2nd and 10. Suarez in the backfield with Acosta. Once again, going to send Suarez out in motion. Now set as a receiver. Dropping back, going to try the quick outside route to Ozuna. Good hands by Ozuna. And he had one man to beat. Lancaster hung on for dear life, but Ozuna able to pick up the first down. So Ozuna paying off big for the Greyhounds tonight in his first game back. Able to pick up a couple first downs and a touchdown tonight already. Bad snap on the play. Acosta able to pick it up though. Going to try to find some room to work with. Able to get it away and just thrown out of bounds. So Acosta able to save a big loss on that one. Picks it up and able to get rid of it. So the clock's going to stop at 2:40. It's going to be an official incomplete pass. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 with the ball still sitting at the Bulldog 39-yard line. So now Suarez going to line up on the right side of Acosta. Acosta dropping back. Going to try the quick inside screen to Suarez. Suarez trying to fight forward. Good defensive pursuit right there by the Bulldogs, though. It's going to give up a short gain, only going to give them 2 yards on that one. Going to bring up 3rd and 8 after a big tackle in the open field by Amaro, number 5. So here we go. Costa feels the pressure, rolling out right, going to throw it deep around the, and it's going to be thrown out of bounds, though. So incomplete pass is going to bring up 4th and 8 for the Greyhounds. It's going to be interesting to see the Greyhounds are going to do on this one. It's the Bulldogs have been able to put up points, but either defense has not had a first stop of the second half yet. So here we go, 4th and 8 coming up. The Greyhounds elect to go for it. Acosta dropping back, has some time. Able to hit Ozuna in the middle for a big catch. Ozuna has been huge for the Greyhounds tonight. Another one, first down right there for Ozuna. Comes up big with the catch in the middle. A nice pass from Acosta. Gonna give up it's gonna be 1st and 10 now with the ball sitting at the Greyhound 23-yard line. 1:53 left to play in the third quarter. Rivera going to take the inside handoff, bounces it outside of the tackle, still on his feet, rumbling forward, able to keep in bounds, which is crucial because you want to see the clock. Greyhounds do want to see the clock still rolling as they're on this drive. 2nd and 6 coming up after the 4-yard carry on first down for Rivera. Play clock sitting at 24 seconds. Greyhounds maybe have to snap the ball maybe once or twice more in this third quarter if they choose to. So here we go, inside handoff once again. Instead, he's going to pull it. He's going to follow right in behind that tackle. Going to bring up 3rd and very short now as Acosta fakes the inside handoff to Rivera. Sucks it in. It looks like inside handoff once again to Rivera. This time the Bulldogs defenders trip him up. It's going to be no gain on the play. I was a little confused on that one because officially they have marked him at 2nd and short. And usually the ball is never snapped before the chains are set. And that's what happened on that last play. They officially marked him in the middle of the play, first down. So it went from 2nd and 1 to 1st and 10. The Greyhounds will have to snap it one more time in this third quarter. This time Acosta fakes the sweep, gonna pitch it out to Suarez on the right side. Suarez tries to split 2 defenders. Able to get positive yards though on that one. Gonna bring up 3rd and 4 for the Greyhounds. The Greyhounds ain't gonna snap it again in the third quarter. So here we go. This is where games are won in the fourth quarter. We have another tight one for the Greyhounds. 31-28. The Greyhound offense is on the move. When we come back in the fourth quarter, it's gonna bring up 3rd and 5 from the 8-yard line of the Bulldogs. Bueno, 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 bueno. So first and goal for go Greyhounds. He's going to feel the pressure on the right side. Throws it back across his body. Has Ozuna for a jump ball just outside of the reach of Ozuna. It's actually not. They are not in goal line situation yet. They have a chance for a first down. It's actually 4th and 5. Have a Three River Bulldog slow to get up on the play. So here we are, 4th and 5. Greyhounds choosing to go for it. They are on the Bulldog 8-yard line. Corsa takes a snap, fakes the inside handoff, looking in the middle. Incomplete pass, almost intercepted. It would have gave the Bulldogs better starting field position if he would have hung on to that interception. Instead, the incomplete pass is going to bring up a turnover on down. So the Bulldogs are the first defense to get a stop into the second half. 31-28, 11:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter just getting started, and the Bulldog defense able to come up with a big stop, stopping the Greyhounds on their own 8-yard line. They're able to defend the goal line and now get the chance to add points, if not take the lead. 31-28, 11:50 left to play. Here comes the Bulldog offense. So Solis is going to bring out the offense, looking to take the lead for the first time tonight. This time fakes the inside handoff, feels the pressure, steps up in the pocket, has Lancaster around the right side. Gary Alvarado able to get back in coverage just in time to break up the pass at the last minute. So the incompletion is going to bring up 2nd and 10 and stop the clock at 11:44 left to play. Again, we are in the fourth quarter. Greyhounds holding a small lead of 3 points. Greyhounds have 2 timeouts. Bulldogs still have 3 timeouts left. So 2nd and 10 coming up after the first down incomplete pass. Solis in the shotgun formation, looking downfield. Gonna instead hit a quick outside route, but Gildry is quick to wrap up the Bulldogs, only giving up 5, maybe 4 yards to Amaro. So now it's gonna bring up 3rd and about 6 coming up for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs have been very, very pass heavy towards this and more in the second half than they were in the first half. They have handed it off a couple of times, but so far they've been using the inside misdirections to try and open up, and they have been getting a couple of receivers open. So Lisa's done a good job of keeping every play alive. So here he is facing a 3rd and 6. Tries a quick inside route to Lancaster, and it's nothing special. It's just a quick inside slant. Lancaster does enough to keep the chains moving. Now 1st and 10, 10:55 left to play. So here we are, Bulldogs able to get the first down, 1st and 10, ball now sitting at their own 20-yard line. So Lee's dropping back again. One time, here comes Lancaster. Alvarado almost had a beat on that one. Looked like it could have been taken to the house, but he does a good enough job to break it up. So 2nd and 10, clock is going to stop at 10:25 left to play in the fourth quarter. Greyhound defense looking to get their first second half stop of the night. So Solis lines up in the shotgun formation, gonna hand it up the middle. E-Man trying to find some room to work with, and I guess you can see right there why they chosen to go away from the run. The Greyhound defense is able to force penetration on that one and bring up a 1-yard loss. So now the Bulldogs are facing a big 3rd and 11, 10:05 left to play in the fourth quarter. So here we are, Solis in the backfield, shotgun formation, dropping back, feels the pressure, forced around the right side. Davis has a sack in the backfield. That time, Davis able to track him down. So Leafs have been a good job so far making magic happen at the end of plays. But that time, Davis stays disciplined in pursuit and able to bring him down for the sack in a big 3rd down loss. So now 4th and very long for the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs are going to take no chances. Still a lot of time left to play in the fourth quarter. Greyhounds are going to receive this ball just under 9 minutes and left in the fourth quarter. A short punt. Going to take a small Bulldog bounce, but not much. Greyhounds are still going to take over in Bulldog territory. 1st and 10 coming up from the Bulldog 40-yard line. It looks like the official spot is going to be. So here it comes, 1st and 10 coming up for the Greyhound. Greyhound offense was stopped on 4th down on last drive. Looking to add more points to the cushion, only holding a 3-point lead right now. 8:52 left to play. Acosta going to lead the offense back out onto the field. So now he's going to be alone in the backfield, empty set. Going to try the quick pass to the left side. Ozuna has some room to work with. Picks up about 6 on the quick outside pass. Going to bring up 2nd and 4 after the good 1st down run and catch by Ozuna. So here comes Acosta. Dropping back, gonna roll out to the right. There is a flag thrown on the left side. Has Rodriguez open, all alone, unable to hang it in onto it. Looks like the Bulldog defender able to get his hand in there at the last minute. There is a penalty thrown on the far left side. Looks like it's gonna be a illegal motion against the Greyhounds. Again, the flag happened after the play, so that meant most likely it was a receiver not set. So it's going to back up the Greyhounds. It's going to replay 2nd down, though. It's going to bring them up to a 2nd and 9 now. 8:12 left to play. So we are, Costa facing a 2nd and 9. Going to try the quick inside pass to Suarez. Suarez has a couple of blockers. Still fighting forward. Going to pick up a good chunk of those penalty yards back. Going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Greyhounds. So here we are, 3rd and 2 coming up for the Greyhounds. Acosta going to call his own number up the middle. Bulldogs able to get him at the line of scrimmage, but Acosta keeps fighting forward for more and has enough for the 1st down. So now the Greyhounds at the Bulldog 28-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 26-yard line.
Correction, 26-yard line after the official marking. Clock still ticking. Just under 7:15 left to play in the fourth quarter. Greyhounds marching on this drive. Again, you're going to see the Greyhounds probably try and slow it down just a little bit, milking that play clock all the way down to almost nothing. Right now, it sits just under 10 seconds. Acosta taking his time to get to the line. So there he goes. Acosta going to keep it himself around the right side. Has a couple of blockers. Just going to pick up a good amount of yards and just get down and out of danger. So now it's going to be facing 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard gain on first down. Clock still ticking, just under 6:30 left to play. Greyhounds still holding a 3-point lead over the Bulldogs. This drive is big for both teams. Clock just ticking and ticking away. Again, like I said, you're going to see the Greyhounds try and milk as much of the play clock as possible on each down. Right now, it's sitting at 14 seconds. Play clock under 6 minutes and 10 seconds in official gameplay. And it looks like the Greyhounds got just a little bit too complacent in working that clock down. And it was too tight for the coaches to take a chance. And they're going to stop the clock at 6:02 and burn their second timeout of the half. So Greyhounds come out of the timeout facing a 2nd and 5. Official play at 6:02 left to play. Acosta gonna try and make something happen up the middle, fighting forward. The Bulldogs' initial defense able to get penetration in the backfield. It's only gonna give up 1 yard on that one. So now here comes another big third down coming up.
Ball spotted at the 20-yard line. Third down with about 3 yards to go for a first.
So clock is still ticking. 5:25 left to play. Big third down coming up for the Greyhounds. Ball sitting just at the Bulldog 20-yard line. Suarez in motion. Another low snap. Suarez gets it around the right side. Bounces off one. Spins back into the inside. It's going to be very close to a first down. It looks like he has enough to move the chains. So now it's 1st and 10. Greyhounds have one more chance to get another first down with the ball sitting at the Bulldog 15-yard line. Just under 5 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs still have all 3 of their timeouts. So clock just under 5 minutes left to play. 1st and 10 for the Greyhound. Bad snap on that one. Acosta is just going to have to dive on that one.
Ball recovered by Bosa.
So a bad snap on that one's going to cost the Greyhounds about 15. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 20 coming up for the Greyhounds. Clock still ticking, 4:33 left to play. Bulldogs still have all 3 timeouts. Greyhounds were just at the 15-yard line. Now they're sitting at the 30-yard line facing 2nd and 20. Dropping back, dropping back. Tries to hit Suarez in the middle. Interception by Solis. Solis has some room to work with. Tripped up in open field by number 54 of the Greyhounds, able to save a big return. So another costly turnover for the Greyhounds. Looked like a miscommunication. Suarez thought he was going to get it across his left shoulder. Pass was thrown to the right. Solis did a great job sitting on it at the safety spot. So here we are, 4:04 left to play. Bulldogs have all three timeouts, 31-28, with the Bulldogs set to take over at their own 35-yard line. Here we go. Solis hits a quick inside pass to Still able to pick up about 9 on the first down catch. Going to bring up 2nd and 1. 3:45 left to play. Solis facing 2nd and 1. 3:25 left to play. Bad snap. Solis able to make something happen though. And it looks like the far judge on the right side threw a penalty flag. And it looks like it's going to be pass interference. Now it's all about whether it was a push or a pass interference. So it is a push interference instead of a hold. So instead of 5, it's going to be 15, an automatic 15 plus a first down.
At the 49-yard line, 1st and 10 for Three Rivers.
So automatic first down. So it looks like they didn't get him for a full pass interference. They just got him for a hold. So that would be an automatic first down at the spot of the ball. So here comes the pressure. Greyhound defense able to force Solis up in the pocket. Solis dancing around. Gomez able to make the open field tackle and stop Solis. That time the Greyhound defense able to get good penetration and force Solis out of the pocket. Gomez able to track him down in the open field. Looks like they're only going to give him 1. So the clock's going to continue to roll. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Bulldogs. Just under 2:45 left to play in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs sitting at the Greyhound 48-yard line. Solis dropping back. Has a man open in the middle of the field. Still able to break away from 1. Finally brought down. Rodriguez able to save the touchdown. 2:31, the clock stops with the Bulldogs now 1st and 10 sitting in the red zone at the 12-yard line of the Greyhounds. 2:31 left to play. Again, they're only trailing the Greyhounds by 3. So they're able to get on the board. They will take the lead. So here comes the Greyhounds trying to buckle down and stop this drive by the Bulldogs. Solis dropping back, going to try the quick outside pass. Good recognition on the outside by Gildry, able to break on that one and deflect it. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 coming up for the Bulldogs. Clock's going to stop at 2:05. Again, Bulldogs have all 3 timeouts left.
Down for the Bulldogs.
Here we go. 2:05 left to play. Solis drops back. Going to throw it over the right shoulder. Uvalde in good position to give that receiver no room to work with. And the ball is over the head. The clock's going to stop now at 1:59. 3rd and 10. Ball sitting at the Greyhound 12-yard line. Looks like on a big 3rd and 10 coming up for the Bulldogs. They're going to burn their first time out of the half. 1:59 left to play, 31-28 when we come back from the timeout. Again, this game has been fast paced in the second half, so let's give a shout out to our sponsors while we have a chance. Homeboys 2.0, Moon Jumps and Entertainment, Jeremiah and Ileana Perez, the Rodriguez family, Ruben and Nicole, the Friends of the Taft City Parks, Ram and Sons Lawn Service LLC, the Alanis family, Omar and Abby, the Flores family, Felix and Martha. Again, a special thank you to tonight's broadcast, and not only to tonight's events, but to all Greyhound events that Greyhound Network has been able to cover, has all been thank you to the sponsors and being able to get us started. So here we are. We're in another tight battle. The Greyhounds are coming down to the wire. 1:59 left to play. 31-28, holding a slim lead. Back-to-back good defensive plays, though, for the Greyhounds. Have the Bulldogs facing 3rd and 10 coming up from the Greyhound 12-yard line. Bulldogs still have 2 timeouts to use. So here we go, 3rd and 10. Solis in the shotgun formation. He's going to drop back. Looking down the middle, finds Lancaster, and he's able to get into the end zone with 1:53 left to play in the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs take the 34-31 lead. So second half coming up costly for the Greyhounds once again. So 35-31 left to play. The Bulldogs are able to capitalize on the turnover on downs of the Greyhounds at 35-31, 1:53 left to play. Greyhounds still have 1 timeout. They will have to score in order to take the lead. There's no field goal that's going to give them any chance to win this game right now. So it's a big, big drive that came down exactly what we got last week in Mathis's game is exactly what we're getting this game. The first half, it was the defense was able to hold the offenses back, but this time in the second half, the offense hasn't been able to put enough points, separation for the Greyhound, and the defense looks like they were just a little bit exhausted on that last one. Bulldogs were able to capitalize it. Lancaster and Solis have had huge chemistry. It's so exciting to see in these small town games that these friends have so much chemistry, and it's almost like it becomes like backyard football as the game becomes tighter in the fourth quarter, and it's just about who wants to win more. So Greyhounds are going to get their chance right now. 1:53 left to play, 35-31 as they're set to take this kickoff. Bulldogs haven't given Suarez that many chances to return it. This time, looks like Suarez is going to get it. He must have punt, though. He's going to bring it around the left side now, trying to break away from one, still on his feet. But the Bulldog, it looks like a fumble on the play. It's going to cost the Greyhounds. There is a Bulldog down on the field, 35-31, though. And the Greyhounds cough it up at the 15-yard line. So after the fumble on the return by the Greyhounds, we thought we were going to get a chance to see the Greyhound offense try and capitalize and take the lead again, but now the Bulldogs are going to take over possession. 144 left to play, 35-31. They're not going to have to do anything special. Greyhounds only have one timeout, so Lee's trying to find some room to work with. Going to hold on to that ball tight. Clock's going to tick at 135. Greyhounds are going to burn a timeout. If the Greyhounds are lucky, they'll get maybe one chance with about 10 seconds left to play. They can't stop the clock anymore.
Second down for Three Rivers. Ball spotted at the.
So here comes the Greyhounds facing a 2nd and 8 from the Bulldogs. Again, they can't stop the clock anymore. This time they're going to fake the bootleg. Lancaster wide open. He has enough for a first down, and much more than that. It's actually a touchdown. So just like when it looked like Three Rivers was just going to play it cool and just take this lead and milk as much time, they pull out the bootleg inside handoff fake and pull out the bootleg to the left side. And Lancaster was wide open as all the defense was looking inside for the handoff. So what was just a 3-point lead by the Greyhounds with 2 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter is now a 10-point deficit with 127 left to play in the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs take at least a 2-touchdown lead now. Greyhounds will at least have to score twice on 2 different possessions with 127 left to play. So the Greyhounds are going to get to return it. 127 left to play. 42-31 Bulldogs, after trailing coming into the fourth quarter by 3 points, now hold a 12-point lead, 11-point lead over the Greyhounds. A deep kick. Rodriguez going to have a chance to return it, trying to find a lane, able to get around the right side, breaks away from one. Good pursuit by the Bulldog on kickoff. So 119 left to play. Okosa going to try and put it into the end zone as fast as he can, hoping to get a score. And the only thing after that is going to be able to try and go for it onside. So, of course, the game is not over, but it's going to take some last-minute heroics from the Greyhounds. 119 left to play. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to burn one of their final two timeouts. So they'll have one timeout left in the fourth quarter. 1:17 left to play. So here we go, coming out of the timeout. Greyhounds 1st and 10. Acosta tries a quick outside pass to Ozuna. Ozuna able to stay on his feet, able to break away from one. Still on his feet. He's going to stop the clock with the chains have to move. So the Greyhounds are going to have to get on the ball fast. 1:07 left to play. Ozuna able to pick up about 20 on that one. Greyhounds have to pick up the tempo. So looking downfield, Acosta going to go ahead and let it go. There is a flag out in the open field. Usually that is a sign of pass interference. It's going to be big if the Greyhounds are able to pick up a pass interference on this one. We have two flags, one on the far left side and one in the middle at the back umpire. Clock's going to stop at 1:01. Waiting for the officials to sort out the two penalties. There is two penalties on that one. It looks like it is going to be in favor of the Greyhounds, though. It's going to be a pass interference, 15 yards, and an automatic first down. So 1:01 left to play. Greyhounds can get a quick score, and then it's going to be up to an onside kick on the next drive. So Greyhounds able to catch a break on this drive. That penalty also stops the clock. So the Greyhounds are going to get to stop the clock at 1:01. They're going to hike the ball looking. Outside pass, though. Martinez going to land inbounds, though. So the Greyhounds got to get quickly on the ball. Clock is still continuing to run. 52 seconds left to play. Got to get up on the line and go. 40 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Greyhounds don't have no more timeouts. Bad snap on that one. Of course, I'm going to have to pick it up and try and do something. Able to break away from one. Looks downfield. What? Has one open. Unable to let it go, though. Instead, going to be pushed out of bounds for a big gain. So the big loss on second down is going to cost Greyhounds quite a few of yards. Pushed out of bounds, so the clock stops at 30 seconds. With the ball sitting at the 40-yard line. Third and 20 coming up for the Greyhounds. Corsa looking downfield, going to have to keep it himself. Tackled inbounds. So again, there's going to be a personal foul on the far right side. It's going to pick up a first down for the Greyhounds. A late push by the Bulldogs is going to cost them 15 yards and bring the Greyhounds are going to get an automatic first down. So personal foul against the Bulldogs. It's going to give the Greyhounds 1st and 10 now from the 15-yard line. 19 seconds left to play. Greyhounds have to punch it in as soon as they can to even have a chance at an onside. Bulldogs bringing the blitz. Acosta going to keep it himself, pushing forward, fighting. Able to pick up a first down. Is going to stop the clock at 10 seconds. Greyhounds have to get on the ball as fast as they can and line up and get set. Clock hasn't started rolling yet. What? And the quarterback took a kneel instead of a spike. So a costly mistake is going to cost the Greyhounds a chance to punch it in. As the clock's going to run out, the Bulldogs able to come from behind and win tonight's game 42-31. A great game by both teams. Again, thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. And a special thank you to all our sponsors. We'll catch y'all next time at the next broadcast. Thank you for watching. I'm Anthony Hernandez behind the mic and Jeremiah Pettis behind the camera. We'll see you next week live here from Greyhound Stadium as the Greyhounds host the Robstown Cotton Pickers.